Today live at one. I'm the host of today's show, and today we're going to step through a couple of things. But before we get to that, just a little bit about me. I'm a personal development coach, personal development and life transition coach, and what I do, and with this Thursday live, what I'm going to do is share tips and strategies that's going to help you or anyone else navigate the confusion and stress that comes with changes in life transition. Now, one thing I like to say, if this is your first time here with me, the one thing I always try to say is a little bit about myself. Um, the way I do that is, just uniquely being me, and that's being that I currently reside in one of the most overrated but welcoming hoods that there is. And that hood is adulthood, right? And as I go through my adventures in adulthood, I can tell you they've been fun, but they've also been challenging at times because I've seen myself go from a single man to a husband, and then from a family of two to a family of four. I've also been able to navigate transitions of my careers, going from engineering to sales to other things. And most recently, I was in corporate world, but now I'm an entrepreneur. So when you hear from me and I talk to you about transition and change, again, I'm kind of a brother in arms. I'm not going to get in the box with you, but I definitely believe that I understand just a little bit of the nuances that come with it. But today's topic, what the way it came about is I was having a conversation. I was introducing myself, and so today I want to take a moment just to talk to you about that conversation. And that was the question that came out was, what is coaching? So today we're just going to go through. I'm gonna give you a high level understanding of what coaching is, what coaching isn't, and then how do you know that coaching is right for you? All right. So really simply put, let's get started and start with the first question. What is coaching? So I like to give a simple definition. Coaching is partnering with an individual or a group, and then helping them identify and achieve both personal and professional goals, right? Now, the way coaches go about doing that is we try to leverage thought provoking conversations. We try to use a creative process as well that's going to inspire you, right? To help you understand the potential that you bring to the table. And in the end, some of that will be to help you remove some of the limiting beliefs or thoughts that you may have, right? But it's also going to be action oriented, and it's going to help you build out the plan, execute the plan that you need to achieve the goal that you want. So realistically, it's going to be, tactical. And the reason why I say it's simply, just helping you achieve the goal, if you will, if you really want to bucket it there to where, somebody's partnering with you, is because while that sounds simple, it's not as easy as it sounds, right? As individuals, life gets in the way. Things happen. You can have career shifts, both unexpected or expected, that happen that really do shift your focus from achieving your goal, and then they create cloud and confusion. It can be the same with changes in your family, and how that really does make you reprioritize, right? But also, there could be the simple understanding that what you're experiencing emotionally and what you're feeling right now, like you're just not feeling aligned with your purpose and your passion, and that that doesn't feel great. So really, when that happens, this whole concept of goal achievement just really goes to the wayside. So that's where a coach can come in, and a coach can really be instrumental in helping you get back on your path to where you want to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, right? So again, we're going to imagine that coaching is very simply just a professional helping you understand and identify the goals that you want to achieve, both personally and professionally, and then putting plans and actions together in place so you can achieve that, right? Now, on that path, though, um, think about it as if you're on an adventure again, and you you got to stay clear to the path. You got to sometimes you need some help understanding a particular stage, and you got to get clearing of that path. And that's where I think is the coach's sweet spot. Okay. But that hopefully clears it up. And I hopefully that's not murky as mud or clear as mud, as they say. The other thing I would like to make sure you understand is what coaching isn't. Now, for the most part, coaching is not it's not therapy. Let's just be crystal clear about it. It's not therapy. All right. The reason why we say that is because with therapy and therapists they're licensed medical professionals, right? And when you work with them, they're going to be looking at the past and seeing how foundationally, from an emotions or even from a mindset perspective, they want to understand what's not really in place. So the foundation of what could be in place for life to make it more meaningful or more stable for yourself. If that's at a level of dysfunction, a therapist is going to be the best person and the best professional to start with. Where coaching and therapy kind of shift, however, and complement each other, is that once you feel like you have that level of functioning, that's where a coach can come in. We are certified in most cases. Professional coaches are certified, and with that, we are equipped with skill sets, but also with an ability to make sure that we accept you and receive you where you are now. And where you show up now is how we want to meet you. We want to understand what is coming up for you from a mindset standpoint, what processes are action steps are you avoiding and why you're avoiding them, and then put new plans in place that can help you move forward and to achieve that goal. So think about it from the perspective of, hey man, performance improvement. We're going to build you from where you are. We're going to add those things that need to be added, but we're also going to remove the obstacles that are going to help you move forward in a more action-oriented way. All right. And then the one thing I say about myself is I don't want to be there. This is no shot at therapists or anything like that. But from the coaching and the coaching I've received and the coaches that I work with and partner with as well, we really want to be there for a stage or period of time. And then we want to say that we've equipped you and now you're able to do it yourself. And if you need a refinement or another set of eyes at some point in time, then that's what it is. But we really do want to equip you to achieve your goals and understand the true voice that you have and how you can influence yourself in those challenging moments, right? So that's what it is. It's not therapy, but we definitely want to make sure you're equipped in so many ways, right? The other thing I would like to say is coaching is not talking to a friend or family member. Friend and family members, when you tell them your business, they can get messy sometimes. It can come up at the dinner table. It can come up at a party. It's not supposed to be coming up there at all, right? The truth is that when you hire a coach, you're hiring a professional and you're establishing a professional relationship where it's confidential. And in that confidentiality, the hope is to give you psychological safety to where you can say whatever you need to say about what's blocking you or what may be just coming up for you in that moment. And then we process that, but then we put some things in place that's going to help you go through it, go around it, or go over it, go under it, just get it out the way and get toward the work and the action steps that you want to take to reach your goal. So I just say that because, again, we don't have an agenda. Friends and family, great at times, but when they start raining their agenda on your parade, that's when you get a lot of noise. And that's what you don't really want and don't really need at the time. All right. So lastly, that brings us to, how do I know coaching is right for me? is coaching something that I need at this moment? Well, for me personally, in my experience, and coaching has played an instrumental part in my journey from a career perspective. But also, just sharing some of the insights that I've gained from the clients that I've worked with, as well as the clients that many of other coaches work with. There's a commonality. And at a high level, I would say the three I'm going to show you are three reasons why really people reach out to coaches, and they want to develop this partnership and really get something moving, for themselves personally or as an organization. So first and foremost, if there's a misalignment, it can be a misalignment with purpose and passion. It can be just not feeling yourself and not feeling the passion that you feel for life and the energy that you once had, or what you believe you wanted to have as you reach this stage in life, right? Um, but in that misalignment, it doesn't feel good. And as you're starting to search for it, again, because you get distracted, sometimes time just elapses and you really don't want to be in that space. So a coach can help you keep your eye on the ball for that and help you move forward to understand, like, hey, all right, this is a priority for you, but let's really understand what your passion is, what your purpose is from your perspective. And if you want them to be aligned, great, then let's really understand what we have to do together to make sure that they mesh together. And then what's getting in the way. All right. But if you're not feeling aligned with purpose and passion, I would definitely say that's one indicator. The other aspect is you're feeling stuck, but you do know what to do. I call it the gap, right? So you're very thoughtful. In your mind, everything is playing out. You got a lot of what ifs, right? And you got a lot of what ifs. But then there's a gap. And then there's this other side where it's action oriented. It's the goal itself and it's the actions tied to it. And if there is this gap and you just can't seem to change your thoughts into actions, you can't make sure that your ratio of, saying versus doing, and I call it the do say ratio, really is in the right way. A coach can help you with that. Sometimes that shows up as if you're having a lot of conversations of what you should be doing or what you would love to be doing, and only if. And the reality is that sometimes that conversation just needs to be aligned with, action. And we all get cloudy minds, and we all get distracted to where just taking the action can feel like it's a lot, and that's respected and it's understood. So realistically, partnering with somebody in that moment may just give you the motivation, it may give you the inspiration you need, it may give you some understanding and awareness that you didn't actually have previously, because you just didn't do the work that you needed to do, or you weren't able to get the clarity by yourself. So a coach can really lean into that. All right. And then lastly, I would say is, one other area I see from folks is, they have things together, right? They've been able to take steps and go forward. They've been able to really be on their own side and toot their own horn, and they got things in order, and they've been able to reach a certain point. But when they look at where they are, they start to question, like, am I here too long? And then why am I not able to experience the same level of excitement or the same level of growth that I've previously experienced? And we just say, hey, you reached the plateau. So you may have felt that you've reached the plateau, and now it's time to try to find another gear for you, or to just identify maybe what you want to do next from this location that you've made it, right? But in the end, there are many coaches out there in the world, of course. Many of them get a chance to meet and interact with people, and I happen to be one of them. And I love being a coach, and I would love to be able to be helpful for you as a coach if that's something you feel like you need. But even if not, no worries. Come to my website, It's carltonbrown.com. carltonbrowncoaching.com. I have many resources there that you can just get some insight on about coaching. Connect with me if you ever have any questions, of course. Also, join my newsletter community. I send out something every week. And, most importantly, we just want you to live vibrantly. All right. So enjoy it. Have a great day. And thank you for your time. Take care.